Okay. All right. So, I'm the director of. Oh, sorry. I'm the director of operations, and my job is to coordinate OCMC in general, just to and also to maintain organization, and if you have any between departments, if you have any issues or difficulties. Or if you need something special, specific, like temporary assignments, resources, budget, if you have any problems with your schedules, you can notify me. Also, because our goal right here is to balance our workload during specific times of the year, specific departments will be more busy than other departments, and our goal is to coordinate it effectively and to make everything reasonably scheduled. So each department should notify me of their plans and progress so we can balance the workload of every department. And for volunteers, each department will be introducing their plans and ideal staff for the coming year. If you have any interest or capability in a specific field, you can notify the department leader, but if you're not sure with what you want to do, or if you wish to cross departments, you can ask me and I'll direct you to a specific department. More specifically, I'll be presenting on Santa Ana Math Club. So Santa Ana Math Club, we help prepare students from grades 4 to 8 for the annual math field day in late May or early June. As of now, we teach lessons at Lathrop Intermediate in Santa Ana on the second Saturday of every month for 3 hours, 9 to 12. And as of now, we have a pretty full instructors. But okay, so but generally there are about 3 to 4 volunteers per classroom, and then there's 4 classrooms total. And then our jobs, we're not at a shortage of instructors, but we would like some more help with creating worksheets for each month lesson, because last year we had worksheets also, but some of them didn't reflect the correct skill level of the students, and so we could make it more efficient. And these fundamental concepts are ones on the on the Orange County Math Field Day website. We will be lecturing on these subjects and preparing students for the end of the year Math Field Day. And that'll be it. If you wish to join Santa Ana Math Club, please feel free to contact me. Thank you.
During the school year, we're going to have volunteers help teach classes. We'll be there, but we need people to help because we're planning to have a lot of kids.
And we know all of you are really capable of doing this, especially since it is middle school, so we need your help. And
we're going to have classes approximately once every week on weekends, and they're going to be in the afternoon. So
these are just the tentative dates. We don't have them set yet, but if you guys are free around then please sign up. And yeah, like at each class, we're gonna start off with practice tests, questions review, and then we'll do the lecture.
Each one will be 2 to 3 hours, and it'll just be in the afternoon. So, and it's pretty much the same for math counts. So, do you guys have any questions?
And we'll pass around the sign-up sheet.
Hi everyone, my name is Eric, and we're the directors of the high school math club. Okay, so first some general information. The high school math club, we're mainly just preparing everyone for the upcoming high school tournaments, and the tournaments we're going to participate this year are the online Harvard MIT tournament, the Top Tech one, and the
discuss problem-solving strategies from algebra, number theory, geometry, counterparts, and our lessons are going to be competition-oriented.
And we're going to work through past exams during the meetings, and this will help prepare us for the upcoming exams that's going to
And the target level is going to be the mid-A type problems.
And we're also going to alternate with the UCI Math Circle, which is more like about the advanced mathematics that don't really appear on contests, but they're like really interesting and fun to do. So there's going to be 5 high school math club meetings, and they're going to be spread out throughout the whole year. And each meeting is 3 hours.
So for our volunteers, we'll need 2 to 3 people who are comfortable with teaching the middle A range or around half the problems that appear on the high school math contests, and we would prefer USAMO or USAJ qualifiers.
Okay, and one other thing is that recently Johnny's working on a new project that allows high school students all over the country to host like their own kind of tournament, and they just like wherever they live, they could just have other schools come to like some place, and then they just conduct like one of their own tournaments, and he's in charge of writing the test and getting everything together. So he also needs a group of people to help write the whole test itself, and it's going to require like a bunch of rounds, and then there's going to be an individual round and team round. And this tournament is intended for grades 3 to 6, so the level is really easy, like math, even easier than the math counts ones. But I'm going to lead the problem writing group in Southern California, and we need several volunteers that like to do problem writing and want to help. And by problem writing, I mean actually writing problems, not like copy off of a book and then changing the numbers. And I'll also want them to be like the Olympiad qualifiers, but even if you aren't, you can still talk to me afterwards and figure something out.
Hi everyone, I'm Kevin and I'll be your Vice President of Membership next year, so just going over what we're going to do. The main thing I'm going to be focusing on next year is expansion of the Alpha Theta chapters in Orange County. So I want to involve OCMC in establishing these chapters to create a relationship for future collaborations, which would be really helpful towards expanding our reach and influence in Orange County. So we will invest in helping creating these chapters and send them materials and provide advice for them, such as, for example, the sign-up process is kind of messy. So for next year for my own chapter, I made this membership sign-up form. It actually does simplify things a lot. So I would help, people who would work with me would help create these materials over this summer, and then we would send them out to the new chapters. So they have an easier time setting up next year, so they'd be more likely to work with us. So this summer, create these materials. I would need like, say, 4 people to work with me on this. And potential schools to target Northwood, Irvine, Foothill, and some South County schools. And obviously, there are a couple more that I'm also going to do. So the goal is to help these new chapters run their own service events and activities. And OCMC can greatly help here. So they could do free math contests or peer tutoring. There are lots of free math contests that are pretty good. There's 2, the Log 1 contest and the Rocket City Math League, that are both free to enter, and they're pretty easy, so they're very accessible. And peer tutoring, I think, is a good idea to expand our influence and get the word around about OCMC and these chapters. So setting up peer tutoring programs is also good. And we can definitely help them. We could apply for chapter grants up to $1,000 to run events. For example, if we were to run a tournament such as the New Year's Invitational at uni next year, we would apply for a grant to make it happen. And it would also, the Mi Alpha Theta is government funded, so they're very wealthy, so they'd be very willing to help us. So that's good for us. And the national convention for Mi Alpha Theta is next year. Next year is in San Diego. It's 5 days in July. And I would really like to send a group from Orange County to there, so we could sort of be like co-hosts. And it's the national stage, so it's definitely very big. And next year is a great year to be part of this membership group, since there are probably no limits to what we can do. And we go as far as we can. And so next year in San Diego, it's also partially a national competition, so you could get recognition for doing well. But I think we can also present about OCMC and what we do, since this is very unique and gain national recognition for our work. And I think this is a great opportunity for that. Moving on, so the other part of membership is recruitment of new members, and I think a good way to do this again is through Mu Alpha Theta chapters. It spreads publicity about OCMC, and also a good way to do this to expand Mu Alpha Theta chapters is to identify students and teachers at target schools and get in touch with them, and people who are working with me will do that. And by doing this, you also learn personal relationship skills, which are also very helpful. And a good way to communicate is through websites. So I made a chapter website for the Uni Mu Alpha Theta chapter, which I'll show you shortly, just a second. So this is the Uni Mu Alpha Theta chapter website. It's pretty clean. I can make a template for the chapters to come from. I think this is really useful. So it has a homepage with basic information, how to join with eligibility requirements, calendar of events, and a peer tutoring list. Only my name is up there for now, but that's other. We're planning on starting this program next year. We really done it this year because we were too busy. And then resources, but we haven't. So to build websites for classes if people would like to visit, and then links, contact page, and we're experimenting with a forum just to see how it works. I think it'll be really cool if we can get it to work. So it's a good way to spread the word about OCMC, and it's definitely very exciting. So if you guys have any questions, you can email me or call me on my cell phone. And I'll pass out the sign-up sheet if you want to sign up.